Got another good question here. How much money do I need in order to make this work? Or how much do I need to get started? Also, I'm going to group in there another one people are asking about is like how to run the numbers to make sure that it'll work before you take the risk of buying it. And lastly, I'm going to also add how to buy with no money down or out of pocket. So, how much money you need to get into this totally depends. There's no one size fits all, okay? Don't want to disturb you there, buddy. But here's the deal. It depends on what your goals are, okay? So, if you're a family of, 5, and mom and dad have a great career each, and, you've got some money that you want to put away into something that your entire family can enjoy. So, kind of like my situation. We wanted to buy a place. We have a 4th of July tradition up in where my wife's grandparents and their extended family live on a beautiful private lake. And we started realizing how big the family was getting, and it was we didn't really have our own kind of spot to be for that. We were trying out campers and stuff, and we just weren't really happy. And then we found a place up there, and we knew we wanted to try it out. So that's like one of our goals. And I never thought that I would 4 years later have my income basically be replaced by this, and I would own 3 more cabins. I didn't think that would happen. So it's been a cool thing, but our primary goal was to just get into something up in that area that our family could enjoy. And best case scenario for us at the time was the Airbnb guests would cover the costs of owning it, and we could just enjoy some free vacations when we went up there. And it has done everything and then some when it comes to that. So that's our goal, but I don't know what your goal is, so that's something you have to think about, and I go through that in great detail in the Cabin Secrets video. But basically, this opportunity is what you're wanting out of it. So a lot of people, you may be in the bucket of, I want the weekly income. That's very important to me. Awesome. Okay, if that's you, great. This is a wonderful opportunity for you to supplement and or replace your income, your current income. Other people, we want the generational wealth. Okay, awesome. This is the best vehicle that I have personally seen to quickly create generational wealth, and then do it in a way that you can pass that on and with very little risk. So that's definitely another thing that many people come for. So those, and then lastly, our main thing, which I realize now is like that was an awesome reason to get into this, but it's like I've gotten so much more than this, is that was the free family vacations. So that could be a reason that you're coming into this, is you want something that your family can enjoy, and that is a smart financial decision. So you're not just buying something you can't afford, or that will give you more headache than the good it'll bring. So whatever the reason that's brought you here, your situation is unique to you. Your market, where you live, is unique to you. Where you're wanting to buy your cabin is unique, and that type of thing to you. The type of cabin you're going to want to buy is unique to you. So I can't sit here and tell you you're going to need to have this much money in order to get started. You may even, going back to the no money out of pocket stuff, you may not have to pay any money for your cabin out of your pocket. The first cabin we bought, I didn't pay anything out of pocket, and I owned it. The moment we toured it, we said, we need to own this. This is so perfect. That was like a blessing. And we figured out how we could make it work, and we did. And I didn't have to come down with a down payment, nothing. So there's definitely ways you can creatively do that. And then contrast that to one of our latest cabins. I paid for cash because it's been nice to have a bunch of cash come in from these cabins and all that good stuff. And the appreciation of the value of our assets in our portfolio. So it really depends on what you're looking to do, but I will tell you this for sure: there are 5 ways to fund a deal that I go through in the Cabin Secrets program. 2 of the 5 require no money out of pocket. Again, I bought my first cabin for no money out of my pocket. There's 2 ways to do that. The next 2 of the 5 ways to fund a deal do not require a bank. Okay, so you have a 4 out of 5 chance that you're not going to need a bank or money out of your pocket if you follow my system. Okay, does that sound pretty cool? I sure hope so. So with that being said, I want to make sure you know that you don't need a ton of money. If you have some money and you're looking to put it into a nice, clean, safe investment, talk to your financial people. But this is a great thing that I love doing. And then if you don't have a ton of money, that's okay. You don't necessarily need it, because I go through the 5 ways to fund a deal, and a lot of them don't require. Oh, and then lastly, okay, I'm just going to tie this back in. So how do you run the numbers to make sure that this is a viable or good decision? So the first cabin, I didn't. The first cabin we bought, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know Airbnb. I didn't know how to forecast. I didn't know anything I know now. So that was a gamble. I don't recommend gambling with your family's finances. So how do you do it? I show you inside the Cabin Secrets program. I show you exactly. So you'll find an area you want to potentially purchase something in. We will look at all the different existing Airbnbs. I will show you exactly to the dollar how you can know how much they're currently making in revenue, how busy they are, what they're charging per night. I'll tell you everything to the dollar, exactly what's happening. And then, even better, when you find a potential cabin property to purchase, before you even look at it, okay, before you look at the thing, I will show you exactly how you can forecast, darn near to the dollar, exactly how much that will make on Airbnb once you've got it up and running. And I've done this in the last 2 cabins that I've owned, and it's scary accurate. It is almost perfect. So with that being said, I would never buy anything ever again, or I would never tell you to buy anything without going through that exact process where I show you exactly how much it's going to make, so you can know exactly to the dollar how much or what the numbers will do. So how much you're going to need to buy it for, how much it'll rent for, and it's just math. So if it needs to make X amount per month, you'll know exactly how much it's going to make per month, and you might even be able to beat it. So I show you to the dollar exactly how to figure out how much it's going to make for you. Lastly, I'm just going to throw this as a bonus. So if you have, goes kind of hand in hand with what I just said. If you have a spouse that's really analytical, or you're the analytical spouse, that's okay. You're going to love that little piece of the program. So inside the Cabin Secrets program, I show you exactly, again, how to forecast how much your cabin's going to make before you even look at the thing, let alone buy it and figure it out by rolling the dice. And then also, you'll see how much your competitors are making, and you'll be able to see what markets look like. And it's like having X-ray vision into these financials, and it's like crazy that we can do that. But there's some cool things out there we can do. So that's just a little piece of the whole thing. But just know you don't need a ton of money to do this, and there are creative ways to get you and your family to their goals without having to risk anything. So with that, go to cabinsecrets.com. We'll see you inside.